lovely technique-based video, kind of a skill that you can practice and get better and better at, and that is shadowing. I've just been calling it copying, but shadowing is so much more romantic. Sounds a lot more beautiful. You're going to shadow me and you're going to learn my accent. Lucky you. Shall we just get to it? I think so. Let's get started. Shadowing is so good for sounding natural. If you want to sound a little bit more authentic when you're speaking in English, a little bit more, I guess, native, shadowing is great because you're kind of copying the nuances, the little details in an accent and in pronunciation, which is, as we all know, quite difficult to master. When you're shadowing, what you want to do is try to speak at the same time as me. Not after, not before, because that's impossible. At the same time. And by the way, you could do this every day as part of your English practice. Find a person that you like the sound of and who has the accent that you want. Listen to them every day on YouTube. That's the beauty of the online world. You can usually always find what you're looking for, no matter how weird or wonderful that is. The focus is not on grammar, it's not on vocabulary. Try not to get distracted by some grammar that you don't know or a word that you've never seen. Focus on intonation and all of the features I'm going to tell you about. When you're having conversation with someone, they ask you questions. Have you ever been to Italy? Have you ever seen the Eiffel Tower, for example? Have you ever tried caviar? And that's when stories come up, right? You might want to tell a story as part of your answer. The story that I'm going to tell today is about when Tom and I went to Cornwall. We had the most amazing time and we tried wild garlic. So if anyone ever asks me, have you ever been to Cornwall or have you ever tried wild garlic? This would be my response. Are you ready? In May, a couple of years back, Tom and I went down to Cornwall for a little getaway. In May, a couple of years back, Tom and I went down to Cornwall for a little getaway. The features. I've used a schwa. Obviously I've used a schwa. I'm always using schwas. The modern RP accent is full of them. I've used a schwa in A, so I'm not saying A, I'm saying By the way, the sound of the schwa is in case you didn't know. I've used one in to, so I've said t instead of to. And I've used one in for, so I've said f instead of for. There's also one in the middle of getaway. I'm not saying get our way or get a way, I'm saying get away. Again, try not to worry about the vocabulary, just focus on the pronunciation. Intonation. I have stressed the word Cornwall in this sentence because Cornwall is the most important word in the sentence to deliver